Well, hey, look who just happened to drop into the KUM News Zoom room. It is our newly inducted Teacher of the Year, Miss Stephane Concepcion, the pride of Talafofo Elementary School. Miss, first of all, good morning, good afternoon,
Good
and
afternoon.
congratulations once again, Stephanie. You gave such a wonderful acceptance speech, and I guess my first question is the most obvious. How have the last 36 hours been for you and your family?
It, it's been like a roller coaster ride, honestly. I still think I'm dreaming right now. This hasn't sunk in yet, but all the support I've been having here at my family and the school has been so amazing. And by the other finalists, the support has just been so amazing. And it's just been such a wonderful experience.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about that when you actually showed up to Talafofo Elementary School? You probably passed that gate home with the Tigers, so many times and everything. But when you went into your homeroom, now knowing in your mind and in your heart that you are the teacher of the year, how did your students greet you? What did the fellow faculty members, your administration, like? How did they receive you?
So as I was pulling in the gate, I saw a long line of people with pom poms and everything. So I kind of knew they were going to do something. So they were recording, and when I got down, everybody's yelling and screaming, "Congratulations!" And I was like, I was like, "Viva Talafofo!" It's been 52 years since the last Teacher of the Year for Talafofo Elementary, since they had
Wow,
one.
more than a half
Yeah.
century.
Yes, I wasn't even born yet.
Neither was I. Well, let's just say that, right? So you talked about this when I did your the interview with you and everything. Is you're a proud daughter of the South. You're born and raised in Ilahan, and you teach in Telefofo. What does it mean to you to have that kind of Southern sensibility, and to be able to interact with kids from that part of the island, and just have that regional connection with them?
It's very amazing to be down here. Everybody is so calm and collective here. It's like the students, the faculty, the staff, the community itself. They're just so welcoming and everything. They're so supportive in every step of this way. Um, it's it's so amazing. I just can't even explain it right now. It's the kids are so wonderful. They just all these times, and it's like another way of feeling appreciative in another way. But this was all for them, and they know it. And the first thing one student said to me was like, "Wow, Miss Concession, we were watching last night, and you said we were the best students." And I said, "This is for you." And I let them hold the reward, the trophy, and I took pictures of each and every one of them, saying that this is their reward, also not mine.
Wow. I was going to say that because when you gave your acceptance speech up on our stage here in the KUM studios, you said, this is for my kids, this is for my family, this is for my village, this is for my school, this is for my fellow finalists. And, you acknowledged like everybody there. I mean, you gave so much effusive praise, to everybody but yourself and everything. And I think that speaks volumes of who you are as a teacher and the approach you bring into the classroom.
And it's still for them. Even when we watch it, everyone's like, "Oh, congratulations!" So it's like, "Congratulations to you guys! You guys are the reasons why we have this." And everybody's like, "No, congratulations to you!" And I'm like, this is a team effort. This has always been for all the teachers. And I accept this award for all those amazing teachers out there. And, that's what really pushed me to do this are the kids and everybody else, because this wasn't really for me. It was to represent, the hardworking community that come together just for the students themselves.
Absolutely. Well, now you know that now you are a teacher of the year. You're going to represent the entire island. So you're Jigo all the way down to Humatek when you go and represent us in the states. So what do you know about what your schedule and what your agenda is going to be like? When you are basically the Guam teacher of the year now, going out to the mainland.
I'm not too sure. We were questioning Dr. Benji like last night. Dr. Benji, what do we have to do? What do you to do? And it's I haven't learned the schedule yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give it to me soon. But I already know that the superintendent visit all the southern schools, I think, today, and he happened to come to my class too. And you know, I I don't know what the schedule is going to be like, but he said it's going to be a busy schedule, and I'm pretty sure it will be.
Mhm.
But I'll do it for all the teachers and kids.
Well, Stephanie, you got so many comments last night on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and everybody was saying, she treats us like we're family. Oh, congratulations, Miss Concepcion, you totally deserve this. She's the nicest person. Everything. I mean, we got hundreds of comments of people that were so proud and pleased, to be associated with you, to do that. And we know you carry that with you as you go on to the next stage of the competition. And I wanted to say, Stephanie, that we didn't have this as part of our broadcast last night, but when we walked you out, like we ushered you outside, you must have had at least 3 dozen members of your family waiting outside our studios. And we took a lot of pictures in here, so we were in here for a while. It was about maybe a good 15-20 minutes. You walked outside, everybody was waiting for you. Everyone was doing the high beams, honking their horns. They had the confetti poppers and everything. That was a total surprise for you, so we put that on Instagram. But how did that make you feel to be able to celebrate with your blood family as well? And how are they part of your support system as you build your career and as you've grown as an educator?
My family have always been the backbone of me, and I wouldn't be here without wonderful role models in my family. And my husband and my kids are very supportive of me. My girl is kindergarten with autism. The minute I came outside, she was jumping up and down, and she's like, "I'm so proud of you, mommy." And she has overcome so much of her autism, and she was nonverbal, and now she's so verbal. And then my youngest girl said, "I love you, mommy," and those are the best rewards ever. They're my support system. My older daughter's like, she's got confidence, and my son calls all the way from Germany. He's serving in the army in Germany, and he calls saying, "You deserve this since a long time. You've always did so much for us as kids." It didn't matter if it was in a family or if it was at school or just anybody's kid in general.
Was he watching on YouTube, your son?
Yes, he was.
Okay, I think I may have heard someone screaming all the way from Europe, so now I know who that was.
Thank you.
There were really loud congratulatory, just really really proud like applause and screams coming from Europe. So that was family members of yours. Uh, uh,
Thank you.
can I ask you, Steph, how many boxes of Kleenex have you been through? Because I know you let your emotions just basically come out last night. I saw you cry like at least 3 times. So how many boxes of Kleenex did you go through already?
A lot. I've been crying since this whole process started. And then, even, to feel like when the 6 finalists and I were together, I felt like I was alone. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I crying? And then when I found out that the others cried too, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not alone in this. We're all together, and it's been such a dynamic relationship with the 6 of us. And without them, honestly, this process would have been harder, and without my coworkers and my school. And we were even talking about the whole process, how did your school help you, through this whole process? And I was telling them, I didn't come here alone. You know, my co-teachers, the faculty, everyone has just been so helpful in every process, in every step of the way. I mean, even when I was getting ready for my interview, my admin, my co-teachers, my friends, they all came to my classroom and we were practicing. Like, you don't know what they're going to ask you, you know, but none of those questions are on the interview thing. So, but at least they got me out of my shyness because I'm kind of shy.
Well, I would hope that you would have an appreciation for what a beautiful thing a pop quiz is.
Yes.
Okay, now I do have a couple other questions to ask you, but we're both proud Islanders, and you're a wonderful Chamarita. So of course, food is a big thing in our culture, right? What was the first thing you ate after you were named Teacher of the Year?
KFC.
Yeah, that's totally cool.
Only because everybody
Original
was
recipe or extra
texting.
crispy?
Original.
Okay, very
Yeah,
nice.
because everybody was waiting at King's and they already were done eating, so I didn't want to go back. And I was like, I'll just eat something on the way home, and it's fine.
Very,
But I
very
did
cool.
have my shrimp Kelaguen this morning.
Oh, nice. Hey, treat yourself. You're Teacher of the Year. You absolutely deserve it. Okay, so maybe for some final closing thoughts from you, Stephanie, what words of wisdom could you give to young teachers just getting into the profession, or there may be aspiring teachers who are just at UOG now and they're like, I want to major in education because I watched that program on KUM, and Stephanie Concepcion really spoke to me, and I saw the joy with which she teaches and the support she got and everything. So what life lessons and career lessons can you possibly give to people who are just getting into education?
I would just tell them that, as lifelong learners and educators, that, we're going to go through many different paths in our lives, but we just need to realize that the outcome of everything we do for kids is amazing. The more we work with them and develop their thinking skills, the critical thinking skills, or whatever it may be, let them learn how to read or how to do math, that all these little rewards that you see in the kids will make a difference someday. I just want them to know that teaching is such a great career for everyone, that it's inspiring to be one, because the rewards are not the pay. The reward is always that feeling. Like, I had a former kindergarten student, message me in this thing that you were one of the best teachers. This is why I'm at school. This is why I'm going to be a teacher. You inspired me to become a teacher. And that was like the most self-rewarding thing about being a teacher, are making that little difference in someone's life.
Well, some people would call, the profession of teaching a thankless profession, but clearly the passion that you bring to the industry, and what is not a job, it's truly your calling and everything like that. That's so evident, and obviously clear why you were selected as the 2023 GDOE Teacher of the Year. So Stephane Concepcion, again, fourth grade teacher at Talafofo Elementary School. Stephanie, congratulations once again, and we wish you the very best. And we're going to be on this journey with you, because we'll be following you along, and we'll be cheering you along all the way.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. All right, and please stay tuned, everybody, because we are back right after this.